Winnie the Pooh, a breakdown of some of the sentences. This will help you kind of understand a little bit better what's going on in the story that you're getting ready to watch. Gnedwin danne I yatsokan kado Christopher Robin. That G indicates you. Nedwin dan is the verb to want. That ne is a question, so to let you know it's a question. Yatsokan is a story. Kado means he or she says. So it's, do you want a story? Said Christopher Robin. Gnedwin danne I yatsokan kado Christopher Robin. Gnabich I yatsokan nagi kid. Gnabich means maybe or perhaps. That yatsokan story. Nagi kid, I did say. So perhaps a story, I said. Gnabich I yatsokan nagi kid. Now keep in mind, this is written in kind of a strange way in some ways because it's a story, so it's a book first. So Gada widmawane o Winnie the Pooh goat. Should I tell Winnie the Pooh one? Gada, you should. Widmawa, tell. Question ne o that Winnie the Pooh goat one. So should I tell Winnie the Pooh one? Gada widmawane o Winnie the Pooh goat. Weknija dawe yatsokanen madagwinduk. Weknija dawe yatsokanen madagwinduk. Weknija, what? Dawe is a type. Yatsokanen are stories. Madagwinduk, does he like? Madagwinda is the verb to like. Madagwinduk is in this form. So what type of stories does he like? Weknija dawe yatsokanen madagwinduk. Gagoween, something about him. Gagoween. So gago is something, ween, him. Something about him. Gagoween. Ahaw, nistaton. Okay, I understand. Ahaw, okay. Nistaton, the verb to understand. When you got those two ends like that, you don't really double up. You don't have to say nistaton, you just say nistaton. Gada jechkene. Gada, again, you could or you should. Jechke, do something. Ne, question. So, could you do something? Gada jechkene. Winnie the Pooh wigi jiptabji beshoch omtuk. So, Wishtagwan nagi toni bito nenjin minegi webnindum. Wigi jiptab, he was sitting. Ji, there. Beshoch, close by. O, that. Mtuk. Wishtagwan, his head. Nagiton, he had it. Bito, between ninjin, between his hands. Mina and Egi, the past, he did. Web, start. Nindum, thinking. So, and then he started to think. Netum, nigi kenondis. I buzz deb wewewin. Weknija ejwebuk. Netum, so first, nigi kenondis, I said to myself, I make a buzzing sound off in the distance. Weknija ejwebuk. What's happening? What's going on? Gishpen buzzing debwewewin. Wiye medwejiget I buzzing debwewin. So Gishpen, if buzzing debwewewin, a sound in the distance. Wiye, somebody, medwejiget is making that sound. Medwejiget can also mean like making music. Buzzing debwewewin. So basically, if there's a buzzing sound going on, someone is making that buzzing sound off in the distance. Ilja, wigi nindum gnowish. Ilja is and then, you see that in a lot of stories. Wigi nindum, he thought gnowish for a long time. Mina gikado, and then he said, Mina is and, gikado, he said, Ilja, and then web, start to cozy, and then he started to climb. Now this is not word for word the way the story goes. These are just parts of the story. So this is a section, taking different sections of the story. So that to cozy means to climb. So web is starting. So then he started to climb. But this is kind of these are kind of important things that happen in the story. Oh, ni jokmeshin gikadopu. Egi would you pukshinet datso zedinim tukwin namigwan. Nijokmeshin means to help me. It's a command form, so it's telling somebody, hey, help me. Nijokmeshin. Gi kado Pooh, said Pooh. Egi wedja pukshanet e. So he fell in a certain direction. Medatso, 10. Zidin, feet. Mtugwin, to a branch. Namiguan, underneath. So he kind of yelled out, help me, and then he fell 10 feet to a branch, the next branch below. Isa Winnie the Pooh, Gijia Iba, Christopher Robin Edot. Christopher Edot, Squeak Skeb Squadem, Megwem Tukwa Kik. Gijia, so he went, Iba, over there, or over to where Christopher Robin Edot, so where Christopher Robin he did live, Edot, to Christopher Robin's house. Christopher Edot, so Christopher lived Squeak, behind, Skeb, green, Squadam, door. Skebga is the full word for green, but when you attach it to a noun, you can sometimes just take little parts off, like skeb for green, wab for white, kade for black, etc. Squadam is a door. Megwe, Mtukwakik. So Megwe is amongst, or kind of in the middle, Mtukwakik of the forest. So the whole thing would read, Winnie the Pooh went over to where Christopher Robin lived. Christopher lived behind a green door in the middle of the woods. Manowabin, Christopher Robin, Geekado. You guys should recognize this. Manowabin, good morning. Geekado, he said. Manowabin, Winnie the Pooh, Geeked. Manowabin, good morning. Geeked, you said. Chon kindesin gishpen downen e pesquajisen goji. So cho is no, and then the kindasin is I don't know. The kinda is the verb to know. But when you make a negative statement, you have that cho and that si is part of it. So chon kindesin, so no, I don't know. Gishpen, if. Downen, you had, and that downen is in a dubiative or doubt form, which we don't use a whole lot, but it's there. Pesquagis, balloon, goji, somewhere. So I don't know if you might have a balloon somewhere. It's kind of like uncertain. I don't know if you might have a balloon somewhere. Pesquagisne, a balloon, question. That ne is always that question mark. Pesquagis is balloon. Iljapiendo nadien I amozispaquet eyoyen I pesquagis. Ilja, and then P, when, do, try, nadien, you try to fetch, nadien I amozispaquet is honey. Eyoyen, you can use, I pesquagis, you're going to use that pesquagis, that balloon. Nowindo gishkaton mkadewan quet nagwazean we yeshke wuk. So window gishkaton. So I'm going to try to be able to nowindo gishkaton. Mkade, there's that word for black. Mkadewan quet. Mkadewan quet is a black cloud. Nagwaze or nagze indicates something looks a certain way, kind of like Manowab Managwaze, he or she looks beautiful. So Mkadewan ket winagwaze yan. The yan is I, so I'm going to try and look like a black cloud. We yeshke wuk. We yeshke is the verb to be tricked or fooled, or look silly or look foolish. We yeshke wuk. They're going to be fooled, or they're going to be tricked. We yeshke wuk. Ganabich ninda mewi gamodemen I with amozispaquito moa. Ganabich, maybe or perhaps. Nindum, he'll think, and this is talking about this one random bee that's kind of coming up to him. Ewi gemodemen, that you're going to steal. Moden is the verb to steal something. With amozispaquito moa, their honey. Ganabich iai. Ganabich, maybe. Iai, that's it. Maybe that's what's happening. Chowika ge kindesingi amoya kewi jichke what? Chowika, never get kindesin, you never know. Gi amoyuk, those bees, ewi jichke what they will do. Ewi jichke what. Jichke is to do something, what is they. So these sentences again, are these just a few sentences that are kind of pulled out of that chapter 1, to kind of help you get a little better idea of what's going on in that story. And then you're going to watch the story and you'll get a little better, clear understanding, hopefully. Miigwech. Yo.